Welcome to Go Gettas Podcast, but we haven't quite decided to away. I am Colby.
And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw and behold a white horse. You can call me Fee.
Is that okay? I'm pretty sure that's a quote from Revelations, but what specific movie did you get that from? Because if it could be Pulp Fiction, but it could be something else. It could be Red Dead.
It was Dawn of the Dead. It was Dawn of the Dead, 2004. They're going through the zombie part. The whole beginning goes with zombies starting, and then when that lady gets away, right? She gets away, and she crashes a car, and then fucking Johnny Cash comes on singing that song. Mm-hmm. And I had a different intro lined up, but just for whatever reason, 3 hours ago, I was playing Baldur's Gate, and I was doing something. I was having a battle, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna attack this guy, and I'm gonna wait until that man comes around. And I was like, when the man comes around, 'cause that's the name of the song.
Nice.
Just it got in my head. I was like, that's so stupid, but I'm gonna say it and see if Colby lets me say the whole quote.
No, I listen. What kind of friend would I be if I stopped you in the middle of that?
A good friend.
I mean, you've in some ways, sure, some ways.
Listen, I'm happy, but I'm happy you let me do it. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
Listen, Fee. We're recording this podcast 2 days before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say yeehaw as if that meant anything with Christmas. I am sorry.
It's because you're that's Texas coming out.
Yeah,
we're recording this 2 days before Texas. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
And you take your 10-gallon hat and swipe it against your thigh, whatever they fucking do.
When I was 13, my mom got me a book, a picture book, Night Before Christmas picture book that was the Cajun Night Before Christmas. And it was Santa came down on the alligators. It was one of those type things where it was not a creature was stirring, not even an alligator. It was.
It was the night before Christmas, and all things were quiet. Nothing was stirring, not even the gumbo.
Not even the gumbo. Yeah, exactly. And I was I'm 13, and my mom was just so excited. Look, I found this Night Before Christmas, but it's for cages. Isn't that cool? And I was like, yep.
You're this is cool. I'm gonna read it like Gambit though. So
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna put this down here, and I'll read it. Here, you seem like you're excited to read it. Why don't you read it, and then?
Dude, I bet this was a special thing for your mom. She was like, this is a book from my childhood, and I remember it fondly, and I want you to remember it. And you're just like, oh, this is useless.
Well, my mom was very proud of being Cajun and proud of being from Louisiana.
Really?
Oh yeah. My mom's 100% Cajun and very proud of it.
I had no idea your mom was Cajun until you told me this year, I think.
Yeah.
Because she's never mentioned it once. She was never oh, come on down to the house, Fee.
Yeah.
We're gonna
my jambalaya is gonna knock your balls out. What?
Your mom didn't strike me as Cajun.
Yeah.
She struck me as a Southern belle from Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. She grew up in Louisiana up until she was a teenager, early teens, and then moved to West Texas. So most of my mom's adult life was spent in Texas, but she was very proud of Cajun heritage and Cajun food and all of that stuff.
Hey, listen, I'm with your mom. Cajun food is second. Is first to none other than Texas food.
Yeah.
And Texas doesn't Texas is good at barbecue and breakfast tacos.
Yeah, Texas is extremely. There's no other state. Come at me, other states, for saying this, but there's no other state that's better at barbecue than Texas is. And like I've had barbecue from the other states, and I'm sure there's somebody that's going to be like, well, you haven't had, this particular North Carolina
Well,
pulled pork from this place. And be like, well, yeah, but I have had North Carolina barbecue. I've had regular, average downtown Austin barbecue. That's like not good.
miles better,
Every
leagues
place in
better.
downtown Austin, like I don't know if it's like this with all downtowns, but it seems like the price it's always a little more expensive and it's always less good. So you're always gonna eat like B minus food. So I've had B minus barbecue in Austin and it's been leagues better. So like
That's because I feel like every downtown in a big like metropolis setting is always like your tourist destination.
mhm.
So like they're like, oh, you're gonna want to come downtown. You're gonna want to eat at this place. You're gonna eat at that place because it's like second to none. But I want to say they tell that to tourists. They like the locals already know.
Yeah,
Locals have their places.
there's it's partly that it's partly like, oh, somebody's coming into town for a convention. Texas is known for barbecue. Makes sense to have a barbecue restaurant within walking distance of like the convention center. Sure. What
Nothing out of the way.
Yeah, nothing too far out of the way. Like nobody's gonna go like out into the country to go get like super good barbecue. Nobody's gonna wait in a 4-hour line to get really good barbecue. Just something like regular, and that's fine.
Listen, my
the other-
favorite Austin. I'm sorry. My favorite Austin barbecue is Salt Lick.
Yeah.
And it's not even Austin's best barbecue place.
No, it's good, but yeah, it's not it's not it's not the barbecue place.
It's not the barbecue place, but I just love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the smells. You have to get up early in the morning, and you have to go and sit outside in the line. There's people playing music out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just like the vibe, right?
Yeah, it's got an immaculate vibe. The other reason why you would open up a place downtown specifically is for people that work downtown. Like, I mean, I used to work downtown, and I didn't bring my lunch ever. Like, I either ate sad boy lunch or I ate out. And sad boy lunch was a bowl of honey bunches of oats with some granola and some raisins that I put on top. And
Spikes it up.
I know. And all that was free and provided by my office. So I was like, this is my free lunch. I'm not going to leave my desk. I'm just going to eat this cereal and power through.
But why would you?
Mainly because I'm like busy, or I was too involved in like doing a bunch of stuff, and now it's 1:30 and everybody else is eating, and I hate eating alone. So I'm like, I would rather eat at my desk alone and be on the internet than like be by myself in like a downtown like B tier deli sitting at a table alone and being like, man, well, guess I'm just gonna be here reading Reddit and fucking hanging out.
Listen, I beg to differ. I love eating alone. Unless I'm with my friends or my mom and my sister, I love eating alone. My coworkers can go fuck themselves. I don't want them near me when I eat.
That's fair. That's fair. I had a I've been on a number of like trips in which like I've had to eat alone, and I'll psych myself up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking eat alone, and there's no other option. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go eat alone, and it's fine. Like I don't feel weird about it. I'm not having a weird like time. I don't feel awkward. And then you come to work, and it's like, all right, cool. It's like I finished everything up. It's 1:30. Great. If you eaten, okay, you ate, I don't want to go eat with anyone else.
Only this one group. My clique's already eaten.
Yeah, then it's like, I don't, looks at watch, looks at time. No, not worth it. Just not worth it. I'm not going to go. Fuck it.
Dude, here's the thing. Like, you eat oatmeal for lunch, and I couldn't. Oatmeal's a breakfast only thing.
Oh man.
Like, for me, breakfast is oatmeal is a breakfast only thing.
I will be the first to tell you that my food opinions are not
Are
great.
bad.
Yeah, they're not great.
They're not. They're not.
However, I will say that I invented and I'm going to tell you about it with a lot of pride, and I know that people will probably say no.
Put my chest out.
I invented what I consider to be the ultimate in oatmeal. Okay.
No.
So it's 2 packets of maple brown sugar Quaker oatmeal.
All right.
And you put in enough milk into it to where like it looks like oatmeal. I like my oatmeal like pretty wet.
Goopy?
No, not goopy, not runny. Yes, runny actually, runny, not sticky, not like I'm eating gum, but like it's
So
like it's like a
almost,
hot cereal.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a thick cereal.
yeah, it's like a thick hot cereal.
Which oatmeal is considered like a cereal.
Mm-hmm. So like, I do that, put it in the microwave for a minute and a half, and when it comes out, I didn't put in enough liquid. And I do this on purpose. So it looks dried out and weird, and it's sticky, and it's kind of undercooked. And then I walk over. This is like in an office setting, by the way. I wouldn't do this at home because of reasons. But then I walk over to the coffee dispenser, and I put a splash of coffee on top of it, mix it all together, and let it sit there for a little bit. Continue cooking, get nice and warm.
Okay, so that sounds pretty good. Coffee? Okay, you got me with the coffee. You roped me in. But
Yeah.
why wouldn't you do this? Why wouldn't you do this at home?
Because
Embarrassment?
well, no, for me preparing coffee it takes time. Like I don't have a coffee
you don't have
maker.
a drip. Yeah, you don't have a drip coffee at your house.
I mean, I do, but it's like a fancy drip coffee. It's like a cone with paper, and I've got to grind coffee and weigh it out. So like, yeah.
You're like, that's too fancy for my oatmeal.
Yeah, I'm not, because that just takes like, I need something fast. When I'm going to oatmeal, I'm out in 2 minutes. It's so fast. That's one of the reasons why I get frozen bao now. I'm like, oh my god! I come downstairs, I microwave it for a minute and a half. I go back upstairs, I'm eating. Easy, boys.
My god, you have been on this bao. Like, you must have just found this bao when you went to Costco, and now it's become your life.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that's all you fucking talk about,
dude. I'm telling you, you get that Costco membership, you're like, I have to pay $60 a year to shop in this store. It better be fucking worth it. And the first trip, I was like, okay, I found what I eat for lunch all day, every day for the rest of my life. Got it. Awesome.
Listen, I had a Sam's membership. I know the thing. It's just that there's nothing at Sam's when I was shopping there for an entire year that made me go, well, this is it. This is me. This is a fee special.
This is it.
There's nothing, like, really. They don't. I feel like Sam's, it differs from Costco because it doesn't have anything that fucking pops out, right? Like, nothing pops at me other than just buying big boxes of food to last forever.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, they've got a whole bunch of different stuff. Their meat section pretty good. Costco has like a weirdly good selection of mushrooms, and by that I mean they have regular mushrooms and chanterelles, and no one has chanterelles. I'm like, why are they here? Awesome. But I like when I was a kid, even my parents would go to Sam's all the time, and my dad exclusively got clothes from there for like 5 years. And we also like they would go to Sam's once a week, like every weekend, and because my dad is just like me, I'm like my dad. We both get into like times in our lives where we're like, yeah, I have an established pattern. This is what I do every day. This is what I do every week. And my dad's thing was just buying a coconut cake. And so he would just purchase a coconut cake from Sam's every week and eat the whole cake every week.
Yeah. I couldn't be me, right?
Yeah.
the only like tradition I have is when we go to HEB, I have to get a pig cookie and a Dr. B Those are my two musts every time I go to HEB.
A pig cookie. Okay.
You know what they are?
No.
They're fuck. I'm gonna have to look for it and show you.
You're gonna
But
have to
it's
Google
just,
HEB pig cookie.
I've done it before. It comes up.
Okay.
Like HEB pig cookie.
Cookie, milk and cookies.
Large Maranito gingerbread cookies, but
Okay.
it's not like a actual gingerbread. It is, but it isn't. Like they don't put as much ginger. It's kind of like it's more.
Oh,
How can
yes.
I say
Okay,
it?
okay. See, I was imagining like a frosted pig cookie. This is barely pig shaped.
When I was a kid, my parents would be like, "You want a pig cookie?" And I'm like, "I see the pig." Just like it's a pig. That cookie is so good. It's
Yeah, it is.
considered a gingerbread cookie, but it's not like it's how can I say? It's like it's not as gingery. It's like the perfect amount, right? And it's pretty big, and I really love those cookies. And get me a Dr. B. Oh, heaven. In
Man,
heaven.
I mean, you're not wrong, okay? Like that like
Maybe.
the thing is about cookies like this is that whenever people eat gingerbread cookies, they're like usually kind of spicy.
Yeah.
But it's like if you've ever made gingerbread cookies at home and you eat it, you're like, "Holy shit, like there's so much spice in here. Like I can taste
Yeah.
I can taste ginger. I can taste cinnamon. It's like that, but you get it from a store. Like gingerbread cookies that you've eaten, just like from most places, are just sort of like, I can taste some spices, but it's mainly just sugar.
Yeah. This one's more like savory.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. Savory.
Put that
It's
in
not as
mommy.
sweet. It's just like, oh, so good. Love that shit.
Yeah.
That's my must. If I had a Costco near me, like anywhere near me, like if there was one in Portland, I'd go there all the time, get the goddamn hot dog.
Mm-hmm. The
But there's
$1.50
not.
hot dog is legendary.
I'd have diarrhea every day if there was a Wiener Schnitzel near me, because I'd go and eat their fucking chili dogs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, who is anybody to tell you what you can and cannot do? If you want to
They're
get up in there and you want to just fucking ruin yourself, you should be able to do it.
Listen, they're just not a Wiener Schnitzel near me. I mean, there's one in Corpus. It's just I'm not gonna drive 30 something minutes for fucking Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah,
Or
that's
even
the thing. If anybody that's listening to this knows, like the problem is if you live in a small town that's like outside of a big town, your availability for purchasing things is very limited, and it almost makes you feel stupid, right? Because like
Yeah.
you have people around you that are like, oh yeah, like the biggest one was Burger King for my dad. My dad was like, I love Burger
Yeah.
King, but it's a half-hour drive to go there and come back, and I'm not gonna do that. And so, but then your brain is also like, it's only 30 minutes. That's only
Yeah.
that's only what,
It's
an
an
hour
hour,
and 15-minute
30
round trip. That's not that bad. But
It seems like it is.
but it feels so much worse when like almost
You
all of
do
your
it.
almost all the regular options are 15 minutes away. So you're like, well, I mean, but at that point, why wouldn't I just go to McDonald's? Why wouldn't I just go to like I've got Subway, I've got Taco Bell, I've got all these options. I've got Whataburger, I've got all these options that are right here. Why would I go to fucking Burger King? Ugh.
And it's right off the bridge too.
Yeah.
So like it's even closer. But still, if I was passing through Portland, there's like a dozen other options.
Yeah.
They just put a Freddy's there in Portland.
Ooh.
And there's Chick-fil-A now. And like I said, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Subway.
Mhm.
They're gonna put a Philly cheesesteak place there in Portland. And like fuck. I told my mom they're gonna put Target there in Portland too. Like, why would I ever go to Corpus now?
Yeah.
Like,
At that point, you're going to Corpus for the mall and for like 2 restaurants, and that's it.
dude, I literally all I go to Corpus for now is just Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah.
Because I hate the mall. There's nothing in the mall. We've talked about this on a last podcast some time
Yeah,
ago.
dude.
But why would I ever go to the mall?
It's something happened. It's a combo of us getting old and like the internet being available, but you're like, because the mall did used to be like, this is the only place where I can buy any of the things that I like and love. Like, I can't find My Chemical Romance t-shirts anywhere else. And then now you're like, oh, yeah, I mean, if I wanted an Ash Nico shirt, I would just buy it from her website. If I wanted any anime DVDs, I would get it from their website. And actually, that's what a lot of businesses are encountering right now. Is there's a place around us when so fun fact, before we moved up to Seattle, we had a trip about a little over a year ago where 3 of us came up here to scout out, like, where should we live? Like, what neighborhoods are good? What are the sort of like, the sort of like small towns around Seattle that are good? What are like, what neighborhood do we want to live in if we're living inside Seattle? So we did all of this research, and we found a game shop in one of these towns where we were like, oh, that's a kind of a cool game shop, and it's like kind of local. I like this place. My wife and I happened to be in the area, like we were doing something completely unrelated, and we happened to go by it, and it fucking closed down. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? So we look, and there's a paper sign on there that's like, yeah, it's a challenging retail landscape because most people just buy, like, it was a board game and like tactical board game card shop, and like they were like, oh yeah, most people just buy their stuff on Amazon, so we can't compete with that. And it's like, shit. And I feel bad because I'm like, I'm the exact same way though. Like, if I go to an anime store and I'm like, oh man, that's a fucking sick, like, I don't know, Jujutsu Kaisen. That's a fucking sick Jujutsu Kaisen shirt. I'm gonna go home and buy that. I'm gonna go home and buy that whenever I get home. That way it's not $25, it's $18.
Oh my God, yeah. And now, because I hopped on the Prime train, fucking shipping handling's free basically.
Yeah. I like, and living up in Seattle, it's even worse, dude. Like, up here, because Amazon is like headquartered up here, I think, and like Amazon has their fingers in everything. Like,
you get the drones.
Well, I wish. You do, like, you can order Amazon Fresh up here, which is groceries. And they have like HEB meal simples from Amazon, which are actually pretty good.
Hell yeah.
And the craziest thing is that you can just order something and it'll show up that night and it's free. Like, damn. You can, like, I've done that a couple of times where, like, I'm like, ah, shit, I need this power cable for, like, we moved and, like, the power cable for the TV, I don't know where it is, and, like, I really want to watch TV tonight, and then I order it, and 3 hours later, it's at my front door, and I didn't have to pay any extra money. I'm like, oh, that's fucking crazy. I guess it must have just been in a like, one of the Amazon warehouses that's just hidden around here somewhere, and somebody just hopped in their, like, Miata and just delivered it to me. I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's just one big box, and then guys like, hey, if anyone made this delivery today, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Hey, is anybody? I'm going out. Does anybody need me to deliver any? Oh yeah, you do. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine.
God, that's so fucking crazy. It sucks too. Like, I it's not that I hate fucking, like, the consumerism now that's going on online. It's just I love it, but also I hate that brick and mortars like that are going out, because I genuinely, even if I and I say this, that I go into stores and don't buy anything, I just like going and walking around and looking at stuff.
Yeah.
And do what you do and be like, that'd be cool, I should buy it online. But I like to see it in person.
Yeah.
And I buy stuff too, just
that's the thing.
Not all the time.
Like, places that are in person either have to have unique goods or they have to be providing you an experience. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, what game stores do I know of that are, like, still in business and still doing good? And like, the ones that are still in business all have a few things in common. One, they have in particular, I'm thinking about Dragon's Lair that's in Austin. Dragon's Lair has comics, they have board games, they have minis, they've got Funko Pops. So they have a bunch of selection, but the bigger thing is that they have, like, they have tables that you can rent out to do tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
So you can actually that's another revenue source for them. And there's a couple of places up here. There's a board game place called Mox, and it's called Mox Boarding House, and it's got a restaurant that's attached to it. So you could that's the kind of stuff that's still surviving. It's like, yeah. We've got board games, or we've got manga, we've got anime shit, but also you can buy a coffee. Also, you can eat a sandwich or whatever. Or we have all this stuff from local artists that are being sold in a store, and you could buy it online, but you don't know who these artists are. So here they are.
Yeah.
Right. So that has to be the differentiator. Because if you're literally just no. Yeah, we carry all of the games that Amazon carries, and we do charge you $2 more. That's not an enticing enough thing to make people come back in. So
yeah, they're listen, instead of waiting a few days, you can get it now for $2 extra, and you're like, I don't know.
Maybe
I can wait.
Yeah.
My friends aren't even free to play it with me right now. Just fucking but if you're gonna own some kind of hobby shop, you have to have tables ready to rent. You need to have TCG ready tables.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have tournament nights. You have to be able to accommodate tabletop RPGs and board game RPGs and have rentable tables.
Mm-hmm.
Or else you're just gonna go out of business. Why would I drive 30 minutes, waste my gas at an all-time high,
Mm-hmm.
To go buy, I don't know, comics or books, or have a comic pool at a shop and visit them every week, when I can just buy them online.
Yeah.
Or have a subscription to where it pulls I don't know, the $10 out of my wallet, and I get shipped the comics every week on a certain day.
Yeah. I mean, it's becoming even harder to do, because that was the argument 10, 15 years ago, whenever Amazon started becoming a thing and you could buy stuff online. Whenever eBay was starting to get big too, people were like, oh man, well, I mean, retailers were like, God, online is going to replace brick and mortar stores, and we should all be worried. And it was not happening. So we're like, you're all fucking idiots. But the main problem at the time was shipping. And so you could be like, oh yeah, I can totally get this for a lot cheaper. That's going to be great. And then it's oh yeah. And then you also got to pay $8 for shipping. And you're like, oh, okay, well, go fuck yourself. I'm not going to do that.
That's dumb.
And then Amazon now is just nah, you slip me $100 a year, I'll fucking ship anything to you for free. It's I do get a lot of shit shipped though, so that probably is still gonna work out pretty good for me. Yeah. All right, I'll do that.
It's $10 a month, $10 a month, or 10 or 12, I don't know, for Amazon Prime. And not only do you get free shipping, you get their Prime movies. You can watch the shows and their movies and whatever they got for free. So it's dual thing, right?
Yeah.
So not only can you shop. This isn't a sponsored by Amazon. I hate Amazon.
Yeah.
As a company and everything, it's really easy. And I'm a fat lazy American.
Yeah. Amazon, if you got a Prime subscription, you also have Prime Gaming, which gives you a free Twitch subscription to anyone. So Ooh. There's a bunch of things that come with Prime, and even if they keep driving up the price, if you keep getting stuff from Amazon, it's well, I mean, that cost ends up working out pretty good. And it's the same thing for Costco. I fucking swear to you. I showed up, they had a Black Friday deal, which was yeah, you can get a $40 Costco gift card when you purchase a $50 Costco membership. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we may be Costco people. Let's give it a try. And so I get my membership. I get up there, and the lady behind the counter is like, oh yeah, I'll get you your card. I do want to say that we have an upgraded membership, and in my brain I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this fucking sales pitch. Yeah, let's go. And she's like, all right, listen, it's just an extra $60 a year. And I'm like, yeah, there we go, cool. And she's like, but you get cash back on all of your Costco purchases. And so if you end up spending, it ends up working out to in your favor, you actually get more money back if you end up spending, X amount of dollars a month. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, we don't know how much, this is. And she's like, well, I mean, we also have a thing where like, if it's the first time you're going in there, the cost difference between the regular membership and the $120 membership will pay it back to you no matter what. And I'm like, I am not going to say yes to this because like, this sounds like a scam. There's got to be some catch here. I'm not going to do that.
Where's the fine print?
And so we did our first shop, and I was like, wow, I actually really liked Costco. There was like a pretty good selection of stuff. I'm feeling pretty good about this. We made out of there $250, which is a lot, but it's not a lot considering that our regular grocery bill is like $180 every week and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's kind of a lot. But it's fine. Yeah. Like I got a whole bunch of frozen food. I'm like, I've got more
bulk items.
Yeah, got some good bulk items. And then like I ran out of bow and I was like, we got to go to Costco this weekend. My wife was like, oh yeah, we could do that. And then we talked about it and we're like, well, if we're going to go to Costco, we may as well get a deep freezer, right? Cause like, I mean, our freezer is like small and we're already running out of room with like just the frozen stuff we already got from Costco. So like
there's not enough room in there for all my bow.
Yeah, which was true. There isn't enough room for all my bow. So we were like, all right, well, our friends got a deep freezer from there. It was like $200 and something. We'll just get that one. Like it's small. It's probably more than enough. And then we get there and we were like, well, we could get that one. Or we could get the $300 deep freezer, and it's bigger. So let's get that. Oh, and look, there's some books. Yeah, we can get some books for my kid for Christmas, and like we can get this thing, we can get this. $650 later, I'm walking out of Costco like, why didn't I get the fucking black card? Like, what happened? Shit. What happened here?
You're like, God, stupid.
It's just
go back.
Like, just go back. I'm like, Connie, where are you? Connie, where's Connie?
Go back.
Get her out here and let me tell her how sorry I am for saying no.
Go back with your receipt. Excuse me, Costco Connie. Can I retroactively put this on the black card? I'm gonna buy it right now. Just fucking waving cash at her.
And she's like, beg.
Oh, Connie, I'm so sorry. You were right. I was wrong.
Get on your hands and knees. Tell me I was right.
That's the thing is like Costco also like we're going in there and the two biggest ticket items that like happened to us were the increase in price from that deep freezer. We knew we were going to spend like $230 in this deep freeze. Now we spent $300 on it. Okay, $300. So take that off. That meant that we got $350 worth of groceries, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could take $75 off of that because there's a pizza place that's near us. Yeah. That's like really good pizza. And they were selling in Costco $100 worth of gift cards for $75. And we were like, ooh. Hey, that's fucking $25 off like some orders from there. That's actually, oh, well then I guess we gotta do it, right? So that's fucking $75.
Listen, wife, it's paying for itself.
Yeah, honestly, we would be stupid to not do this. It's not like we're never going to order pizza from there again, right?
Dude, in that one trip, like, it hit you. You're like, oh, no. Fucking, they got me.
They really did get me, didn't they? God damn it.
You're like, God, we're Costco people. Oh! Just fucking
shit.
Just really kicking yourself in the ass, but you're like, but with these deals, I'd be stupid not to.
Just like, I'm like right outside of Costco crying and screaming, and somebody's like, yeah, it happens to all of us, bud.
He had fucking, what, not Pirates of the Caribbean, that fucking hanging scene. First time, huh?
First time, huh? Yeah. Yeah, they're like, yep, all right, get up and go get your black card, Junior. I'm like, okay.
Well, welcome to Seattle. Come on.
Come on, bud. All right, go get yourself a Seattle Seahawks jersey.
Fucking games on Sunday. Come on out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I there needs to be a Costco near me for me to consider being a Costco person.
Yeah.
But if there was a Costco near me, because Portland's like getting bigger, like let's say fucking, I don't know, the next year or so.
Mm-hmm.
They decide they're gonna build a Costco where the old Kmart used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I might be a Costco boy too.
Yeah.
Because Portland is so much closer than Sam's and Corpus. And me and my mom and my sister already spent like $200 of groceries at HEB.
Yeah, dude.
So
Like,
we would just split the difference.
groceries got like crazy expensive. Like inflation has been happening for a while, but like it makes it even worse because like we moved up to an area that already has a higher cost of living, and we're like, all right, we've got to like really watch our spending until like a couple of things start panning out, and like the move was really expensive. Like we've really got to start watching it, and we're like, all right, yeah, let's, it's fine. We'll just get our weekly grocery shop on, and like the whole time I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to buy like too much of this. I don't want to buy too much of that. I want to make sure that like, we've got enough, but I want to eat all the leftovers. I want to make sure that like, we're using everything and we're not going to waste anything. Fucking, I come out of the store and I'm like, how did that cost $180? I don't understand.
Okay, I know what you're saying, but like, so when did Home Alone 1 come out? Let's see.
Home Alone 1, I Googled.
Yeah.
1990? Yes, okay. 1990.
I was watching that movie with my sister and my mom yesterday. And in Home Alone, he's there in his house for like 4 days, and he thinks that like his family just disappeared, whatever. He goes grocery shopping, and man, I was pissed off with the stuff that he bought and how much it cost.
Yeah.
So he bought a half gallon of milk. He bought a carton of orange juice, a TV dinner of mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese, name brand, a 4-pack of toilet paper, a 2-pack of paper towels, some toiletries, and like some other food. You know how much it cost him?
Man, how much?
How much would that cost you now, like current day, present day?
I want to say $40 or $50.
That's about right.
Yeah.
It was $19 for all that. I was like physically angry at the movie.
You're like, fuck you,
Kevin. Like, what the fuck? I was like, $20. I was like, I went grocery shopping today and bought like almost the exact same thing, and it cost me $100. I bought like detergent, some toilet paper, some cleaning supplies, and like a 2-liter soda. $100 at the dollar store. Fuck! I was mad. I fucking cursed Kevin out walking out. I'm like, fuck you, Kevin McAllister.
Kevin McAllister, shithead.
Pissed off. Oh shit! Man, I hate that. And gas right now, well, for you over there, it's probably like $1 zillion.
Yeah.
But down here, it's like $2.40.
Yeah, that's the other good thing about Costco. Costco does have cheap gas, so like I get gas for $3.50 here, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting a fucking deal.
But if I got the black card, it's like $3.40.
Yeah, I end up getting some of that back, baby.
Honestly, it just pays for itself.
Yeah.
You know, Costco, fucking just sponsor us already.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man. We just want the hot dogs. And the bow, I guess.
Yeah, and the bow. Yeah, don't forget the fucking bow, dude.
Hey, you're forgetting the bow. Just fucking prodding me from the back. Dude, the bow.
Yeah, come on. They got to know that it's not all about the hot dog, because the hot dog's important, but like it's not everything. Come on, man.
Listen, the hot dog is just one part. Yeah, we're two people in one podcast, so the hot dog is my part.
Yeah,
hot dog and the soda. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Hot dog
That's fair.
Soda. And then Colby's part would be the bow.
Yes.
Anyway, we have talked for 40 minutes just about like current day consumerism in Costco.
Yeah, Jesus.
We need to move on to our actual, topics.
Yeah, it's
Colby?
it's the end of the year, fam, and
It's the end of another good go getting ass here.
Yeah, good good being in air quotes. Good things, yes. Bad things, very yes. But like, we're here.
I mean, we can go over them. Like, what? Hit me with the bad news first.
Oh God.
We'll do a good bad sandwich. We'll go bad then good.
2023 bad news. Let me.
It just crashes your computer.
Listen, the economy is not doing great. The housing market is not doing great.
Yeah, I heard that. Fucking housing market's in the shitter.
So that's not great for I will say it's actually it's bad for people on both sides, because like if you're trying to sell a house, now you either have to do a bunch of renovations up front to be able to sell it, or you have to accept a way lower price than you normally would, like based off of the prices that were already crazy high before. Yeah. So like the prices are starting to come down. They haven't come down enough for millennials to be able to afford a house, though. So like people are still like, yeah, I would love to own it. Sorry, you're saying that a 3-bedroom house is $350,000. Yep. Yeah, it's never gonna happen. Okay, great, cool.
Yeah, look, listen, I am never gonna buy a house. You know why? Because once my mom passes away, me and my sister are getting this house, and it's brand new. This year, it is brand new.
Yeah.
It's only a couple of months old. So this is my forever house, baby. And I've talked about it before. If I ever start dating, get in a relationship, get a partner, come live with me. I'm not moving.
Yeah. And listen, another thing that happened this year, good or bad, FTX exploded. And Sam Bankman-Fried got convicted. So that's great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Israel and Palestine things happened. That's not cool.
No, it's not cool. But what is cool? Any other good?
Let's see. What are some of the good? What are some of the good things? Oh, SAG-AFTRA. The strike happened, and they signed a good deal. So that's good.
Ooh, yeah, love them writers to get paid. Maybe they'll actually write something good.
Donald Trump is basically losing every lawsuit, which is great.
Hey,
I love that.
Yeah, love that. That'd be considered good. Yeah, it's good news.
I mean, it's good news for me.
Man, there was a lot of YouTuber controversy, like in this past end of the year.
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
It's been kind of a wild time. 2023, the Queen died.
Oh, dude, she did. She died this year.
Yeah, the Queen died, and the Mario movie came out. So, like...
Oh my god, it did come out this year. Felt like ages ago.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
It is crazy. It's so crazy. I forgot we kicked off the Mario movie talk with our, what was it, 1-2 year anniversary?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, April.
I forget how long we've been podcasting. This is going to be like our 3rd year.
Yeah. 104,000 episodes, I think, we've done so far.
You know what? I never get tired of talking.
Yeah.
I never get this is like a therapy for me,
It's a good time.
It's a good time, I think so.
So yeah, we wanted to, take a little look back. So let's make it a little more personal. Last year we did a New Year's episode. We talked about some resolutions that we had.
Oh,
some
baby.
dreams for 2023.
All right.
Let's take a look at how we did.
Take a gander.
Yeah. So Fee went back, looked at them.
I did.
And yeah. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I had 2 resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
One was to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And the other was to grow the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of them were a success,
Mm-hmm.
I think I attained those. I have lost weight. And whether you think it's a success out there or not, I consider it has been. Because I've lost, I want to say about 10 or 15 pounds. Somewhere between that.
Hey, that's something.
Actually, I went down a shirt size.
Hey.
So I don't know what that is considered.
That's pretty good.
So I think I did good on that part.
Mm-hmm.
and growing the channel. You know, we have 108 subs on this
Yeah.
channel now.
Yeah.
So I think
pretty good.
I think we grew it in a year. I think we got it.
Yeah, I think so.
So I want to say my resolutions. I think I attained them,
Mm-hmm.
or at least the minimum, the bare minimum of attaining them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
but I still consider that a win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I will say that, like, you know, our editor has been really killing it. Like,
He has.
our shorts are some of the best short content. So
They've never been looser.
listen, we're losing weight, we're losing pants. It's all happening.
It's all happening. I have to say, I think in this year, because I went back and listened to our New Year's resolution from 2022, and we had just hired an editor.
Yeah.
But it was our old one, and he was okay, but like not really. He wasn't as creative.
Yeah.
And he kind of went crazy there towards the end.
He did. So you didn't like. I don't think we ever. I don't think we ever told anybody about this. But yeah, our previous editor, we were working with. We were pretty happy with his output, and then he sort of was like, you know, getting kind of busy, you know, whatever. And he didn't put out any work. And we were like, that's fine. You know, not everything is going to work out. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, then he came back and he was like, hey, sorry, I'm back. Things were weird for a while, but I'm totally back. And we were like, oh, cool. Yeah. Here's some timestamps so you can like make a short out of. And he's like, cool. Yeah. You know what I love? I love honey. I really love honey. And then he sent a GIF of honey, and we were like, is it like, is this some innuendo that I don't fucking get?
Yeah.
What is happening here?
Yeah, he did that. He sent a few pictures and gifs of honey. And I was like, yeah, man, honey's good.
Honey's cool.
And we sent him the stamps, and he never got back to us.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I think it's high time to get a new editor.
The thing is, he did get back. Like, yeah, he got back to us eventually.
Like over like a month later.
Yeah, it was about a month and a half later. And when he did get back to us, he was like, sorry, guys. I was in the hospital with ball trauma. We were like, what? Sorry, what?
I was like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. Sorry, ball trauma?
Yeah. You gonna elaborate? Nope.
No, he was not. And so we were like, yeah, let's just.
I'm like, you know what, Colby, I'm gonna go hire another editor.
Yeah.
And you know what? I did. I went to Reddit, and I put out an APB on for editors.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I got a lot better replies than I did the first time.
Yeah.
And you know, we did some searching. We found like a few people. We had it came down to 2, and the editor that we picked actually was a real winner. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah.
And I have to say, like, he's normal.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
He's normal. He puts out good work, and boy, never once have I even thought about his balls. It's pretty good.
It's so good.
I love not thinking about this person's balls. Yes.
The best thing is, like, the quality that he gives us is leagues better than our first editor.
Yeah.
Leagues.
Yes.
And you know, he's a fun chap. You know, we always talk to him for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just happy to have him. But it would like be a real disservice if like none of y'all went to check him out.
Yeah. So go check us out. Go to youtube.com/@GoGetUsPodcast, and you'll be able to see all of our shorts that are, I mean, absolute fucking bangers. So
yeah. All the shorts on TikTok. Job Zeta. Here's to another year. I'm lifting my glass up for it.
yeah. So yeah, I think you lost weight. We've grown the channel and we're putting out good content. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's a win.
it's a win, and we got new PDFs.
Yeah.
I like these a lot more than our first ones.
Yeah. You mean PNGs?
That's what I
Took me a second because I was like, yeah.
not files, not PDF files, PNGs. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We got new PNGs, and I like these a lot more than our just the floating heads.
Yeah.
So.
So let's talk about mine.
Yeah, hit us, Colby.
Yeah. So my resolutions last year: grow my Twitch channel.
Okay.
I stopped streaming in June, so I don't think that happened.
But it was growing up until then.
Yeah, it was actually doing pretty good up until then, and then I started to get less consistent, and eventually I was like, "Oh, we're gonna move." I don't have the time or brain power to do all of this. Yeah. I have to go.
I'm sorry. It was fun. It was fun.
I'm gonna come back to it at some point. By that point, it's not now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'd like to.
That'd be great. I'm still sub to you. I just don't want to lose my badge.
Yeah. I gotta have it. Okay.
I'm just saying. Listen, if I unsub, that means I would lose my badge, right? And I don't want to lose it. It's a cool badge.
Yeah, it's listen, you gotta keep up the streaks. That's what life's about, is streaks.
Yeah, that's what my mom says when she washes my underwear.
Oh God, no, don't. Why?
I'm just kidding. Cha.
All right. Let's see. Number 2, write a children's book.
Did you, Cole?
So let me tell you something about this. I have had this on my New Year's resolution list for 2 years straight.
Yep.
And I have had an idea for what I want to write about for 2 years straight. Hadn't done it. Hadn't even gotten close.
That's so funny. I didn't tell you in the message I sent you, but when you said that you wanted to write a children's book, you're like, this was my last year's resolution, and this year I want to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same. And I'm like, okay. And when I heard it, I'm like, I know he didn't do that.
He's not going to fucking do it. Listen, it's fine. Okay? It's fine. Let's see. The last one, make a career pivot. So this one is technically a failure in that I didn't pivot my career.
Yeah.
However, I would say that it's actually for the best. Because I actually spent a lot of time figuring out this year what I really like about my job. And I realized after figuring out what I wanted to do with my career and like things that I wanted to do going forward, that actually, if I were to make that career pivot, right, then what I would be doing is less fun than what I'm doing now, I think. Because I love giving talks. I love teaching people. I love talking to people. I like being an educator. I think that's fun. However, if that was my whole job, was like, okay, make a presentation, do the presentation, talk to people, make a presentation, do a presentation, talk to people, I would get burned out on that so fast. I enjoy writing software a lot.
It's so funny that you say you like talking to people and doing all this stuff, because like a lot of the times on multiple episodes you're like, I hate talking to people. I hate I hate when people are looking at me. You're just like, I hate doing all that. But then like now I'm hearing you're like, oh, but I love doing this, but specifically just for, I don't know, software, for like tech talks.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but like there's some separation in my brain between theater and personal interactions. So if it's like we're all going to go out for drinks at a bar. And that's also why I think part of this job I would not be very good at, because part of being like a developer advocate and like being somebody that networks and talks to people and like part of that job is to network and is to like go to these events, talk to people, like get the company's name out there, you know, find out what problems they're solving, you know, and do stuff like that. I would hate to have to do that because that part of it sucks. The part that I like is performing. I like having a talk, giving a talk, answering questions, and then as soon as I step off the stage, I want no one to talk to me. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to bother anyone else. I just want to be alone. And that's it, right? Like whenever I did my talk at PAX, there was a guy who came up afterward and I was like, I immediately started feeling anxious, like, oh shit, I'm going to fuck this up somehow. And this guy's going to hate me. He's going to hate that like this interaction happened. And he just asked a bunch of questions and I was like explaining stuff to him and like we were having a good time. Interaction went well. But as he was walking up, I was like, oh man, I do kind of want to throw up a little bit.
Like, okay. And that's fine. So I have two things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, there's no more PAX. Right?
No, you mean there's no more E3.
E3.
Yes.
Okay. We'll go on that a little bit. Second of all, why don't you just make a YouTube channel? You don't have to stand out in front of people or question anyone after.
I did.
You can give talks and make a YouTube channel.
That's the problem, Fee. If I work for a company that does that, I get paid. Like that's my livelihood. My livelihood is that.
I get that, but why don't you have just like, I'm not saying drop everything you're gonna do and start a YouTube channel, but like just a part-time, like just open a YouTube, like you already have the talk, just make a YouTube channel giving like a talk that's similar to that, or like explaining things in like your field or small tech things. Just a 10-minute video where you edit and if you have time. And I'm not gonna say I know you have time, but like I don't know, 30 minutes a day, and you're on your own schedule. Like just put out videos, and like maybe you'll get like a small, like I don't know, influx of people. Maybe you'll have that be a good little part-time job. It'll have you like fulfilled that in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, like you don't get like overwhelmed by just your job.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is just that like if. Like the dream is like, oh man, I could do software YouTube and like make interesting projects and like go over topics that I like. And like, if I skip all of the steps in the beginning, the golden shiny future is I make as much money as I do now, but I do that. And that's great. Yeah. That takes a lot of luck, a lot of persistence, and it takes a lot of things that I don't like, a lot of skills that I don't have and I have no interest in acquiring, namely like marketing, analytics research, like editing of stuff, like all of those things I would have to get very good at, and I would have to like see what's going on to be able to like figure out how things are working and how they should work better. And I'm not going to do that because
why not just hire an editor?
Because that would cost money. And like the whole thing is like, if I'm doing this, I have to pay for an editor for like a longer piece of content. And it's the whole, and even if you take the video editing part out of it, it's like, okay, well, what does the thumbnail look like? You can hire somebody for that. Great. Well, how do the videos get out there? How do I tell how I'm reaching someone? Like, how do I get the start in which like people are like, my YouTube channel is growing? All of those things are things where I'm like, that's going to be, I don't know that that's the case. Whereas if I work for a company and that company is like, hey, you're going to be our guy. You're going to go out to talks. You're going to do like talks at conferences. You're going to put out like YouTube videos or do streams and you're going to talk about our stuff. Then I get paid no matter what happens. And I don't have to worry about those things because a company has people that they've already hired that will do those things. And so my job is to be entertaining and knowledgeable and to go to different places and act as a steward of the company, rather than acting as like marketing and analytics and thinking of video ideas and like all of the 1,000 jobs that you have to have as a YouTuber. I wouldn't have to do that, which that's the dream, baby.
It's also fair. Although I did start YouTubing 3 weeks ago. I put out a video, like my first actual video. It didn't do great. I just checked it out now. Like, it has like 8 views, but then again, I'm like nobody. So, and I was gonna put out another video, but like then my internet went out, so it held me back, and I was like, fuck. And then I was like, okay, well, it's close to Christmas. I'll put out a Christmas video. But then like I was gonna put out a video, but then like one of the content creators that I watch put out a video on a movie that I wanted, like Jingle All the Way, and he hit like everything I was basically already writing. I was like, oh, people are gonna think I copied him.
Hey,
like legit. And I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, I am not gonna put out a video this month in December. I am gonna do some like research and figure out editing a little bit more, and I'll start back up in January.
Yeah.
So I think that's my play for now, because like I kind of got the wind knocked out of my sails this whole month, and I'm just like, fuck. So I'm recouping myself, you know?
Yeah. You're entering your larval stage. You're gonna come back out as a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah. Although, like, man, you're right. I don't know how to like. I can tag the thing all I want, and I can make an interesting title. It's just thumbnails are still kind of new to me. I do them for our podcast, but like I'm still like learning, you know.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's hard.
It is hard. That's why I have no interest in doing it.
I don't know. I feel like it's a challenge, and it's something I want to do.
Yeah, which is great.
I'm trying to this brings us to our next topic of like our New Year's resolutions this year for next year.
That's right.
Like I want to challenge myself, right?
Okay.
I really want this YouTube channel that I'm like concocting in my head. I want it to take off.
Okay.
I'm not saying like I'm gonna make a video and it fucking launches me into like fucking million subscribers like right off the bat. I want to get my feet off the ground. I want to get my feet wet, you know.
Okay.
I already kind of did a few weeks ago, but I want to get my feet off the ground. I've been like getting stuff, and of course it's gonna look kind of like shitty at the beginning, you know. I only got my webcam. Excuse me, but
Jesus.
sorry, I'm drinking soda. But I kind of want to get like my style out there. I want to get my person out there. I want to just kind of exist in 2024 on the internet, on YouTube as like a person, and maybe drive some of that traffic to the podcast.
How about this, Fee? Let's make it tangible, right? Because if this is a goal, like I want to be a good person, and that don't make fucking sense, because that means nothing.
Yeah.
So how about this? What about like give me a number? Is there like a view count that you want? Do you want like 1,000 views? Do you want 5, 6 videos in the year? 20 videos in the year?
Okay, so let's say I want minimum 10 videos in this upcoming year, which would mean like 1 video every month.
Yeah.
So let's just say 12. Let's say just 1 video a month.
Okay.
And I guess let's put the view count at, I'm not going to go crazy, 1,000. 1,000's a whole lot for me.
It is, yeah.
So let's say 200 to 500 per video.
All right. Oh, per video. I was talking about over the whole year.
Over the whole year? Oh,
yeah.
Well then over the whole year, at least 1,000 views.
Okay. All right. These having concrete goals is good because you can measure It's a very strict yes or no, and then you can caveat by being like, I didn't hit it, but here's what I did hit, and that always feels humbling and good.
So like, let's say that, and then like, in the whole year, let's say 500 subs. I think that's attainable.
Yeah.
For a whole year.
All
For a whole
right.
year? Yeah. Let's say that.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's the goal. 1,000 views in the whole year, 500 subs, and what else did I say?
1,000 views in a year.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's say 1,000 views for like throughout the year for any of my videos.
Yep.
Let's say 500 subs, and let's say a video each month. At least one video a month.
Listen,
At least.
that's already pretty hard. So honestly, this sounds pretty good.
I'd say it's like medium difficulty. So that's mine. That's me. That's
okay.
For me.
All right. That's do you have any other goals, or are you focusing on the YouTube this year?
See if I focus on the YouTube this year, because like I was streaming the first half of more than the first half of this year, but I kind of put it on a halt because I wanted to put more effort into YouTube, because like I'm streaming but I'm like not getting any traffic to my stream. So I'm like, if I start a YouTube, then I could drive traffic to the streams. I could drive traffic to the podcast. It'll kind of like be almost like what's it called? It would sync up like good. It would drive traffic to everything else I want.
Okay.
And I kind of haven't been streaming. I'll stream every once in a while, but like I want to build this YouTube presence up to get just overall all like on not only on YouTube but for the podcast and for like my personal streams. I want to like drive it up.
All right.
And I guess for a secondary, just keep on the losing weight train, lose more weight.
Okay.
So I lost like 10 or so pounds last year. I want to lose, and I didn't start losing weight until like after, and it was really hard. I'm not gonna say it was like easy, but like because of the whole house situation, it wasn't beneficial to like just be losing weight when we were kind of just everywhere.
Yeah.
For like, I don't know, 5 months.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to start losing more weight, at least another 10 pounds, maybe more.
Okay. That's honestly, I think you're going to do it.
Oh.
I think these are reasonable goals, and I think so long as you focus, you're going to be able to get them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you know?
I think so too.
Do you want to know what my resolutions are?
Is it going to be the same as last year?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Hit me.
First resolution.
Do it.
I'm going to write that children's book. I'm going to have this as my resolution until I fucking do it.
Did you think about that? Did you think about the book all year at all?
I did. Yeah. Actually, I thought about it a number of times where I was like, yeah, I really I want to sit down and do that. But
then Fortnite came out with the no build mode.
And then it's like, I just play 4 or 5 hours of Fortnite, or like write 4 or 5 hours of a children's book. Fuck it.
Oh my god, that's so fucking good.
So
children's book.
I think I can do it. I think like, and here's the requirements for it. I don't want I don't want to put a sales number on it, because again, I'm not good at sales or marketing or distribution or anything.
We'll leave that to your wife.
I want to have a book written, and I want to have it illustrated. That's the goal.
Do you have a page count for it?
No. It's going to be like a board book illustration type thing.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my next question. I'm like, is it going to be like a board book or like a child's novel, like almost like a Goosebumps?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking like something for ages like I would say like a 6, maybe. We'll say like a 7-year-old could maybe like read it. And like a 3 to 4-year-old would tolerate being read to.
So not like a full picture book, almost like not like a YA novel.
Mm-hmm. No, not at all. This is like this is firmly situated in like this is for single digit age kids.
Yeah, so we're looking at like 20 pages.
Yeah.
Less than that. Yeah.
Yeah. The word count I think is going to be very easy.
Oh yeah.
I've just you just gotta focus on like.
Usually it's like a paragraph a page, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is it going to be like an ongoing series or like this? These are your two characters, like the old robot and the new robot.
I think these are the two characters. And then just like Frog and Toad, they just do shit.
Dude, fuck yeah, Frog and Toad. I love that shit.
Hell yeah. They just do shit, and that's it.
Dude, Frog and Toad is so like iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're so perfect, right? Like they have the perfect names of Frog and Toad.
Yeah.
And like they have perfect designs. Like one's green, one's like yellow.
Yeah.
And they just do shit.
They just do shit. They rode a bike. Like it's easy, right? Like this is easy mode.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do it.
Okay, yeah. Like I almost want to say like I want to help you because that sounds so fucking sick.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Dude,
this year
like,
it's going to happen.
What would the robots' names be? They can't just be like robot and robot.
Oh,
like,
they're Rob and Andy.
Ooh, okay. Is Andy the new robot? Andy sounds like a new robot.
Yeah, Andy's the new robot, and it's spelled ANDI. It's like short for Android.
Yeah. And what was the first one's name? Rob?
Yeah, which is short for robot.
Oh, robot. Dude, no, that's perfect. Like more simple the better, right? Like,
yeah.
Simple and clean.
Just like Utada Hikaru told us.
Yeah. Damn, I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, dude, no, that's fucking perfect. Like, I'm thinking of like a design for it. Like, robot could be like old, like thick boy, like kind of like not beat up, but like a little old and a little creaky. And then you got Andy. He's like sleek like an iPad.
Yeah, it's kind of like the difference between like Wally and Eva from Wally. Very similar sort of juxtaposition.
That is so good. what's the setting?
I'm thinking it's like sort of post-apocalyptic.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, so like, nature's taken over, but you can still see some stuff that's like, like there's a building. You're like,
so it's like
where that building used to be.
It would be like Andy, like exploring the area. He's still so new, so he doesn't like get everything anymore. And Rob kind of like explaining to him like how things used to be, and like they're kind of just doing it like. And he's like, I found this new thing. He's like, but in my databanks, like I've only heard of it. I don't know what it's for. And Rob is like, well, we used to do it this way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me tell you all about coffee.
There used to be baristas on every corner.
Yeah.
And then like he's just fucking making drip coffee with like
Dude,
the fucking beaker.
Okay, I'll fucking tell you, and this is the craziest shit. There was a Lewis Black joke back in the day that was like, oh yeah, I was on a street and there was a Starbucks, and across the street was another Starbucks. Yeah. And now that I live up in Seattle, I swear to you, I've driven down a road and there's been a Starbucks in a shopping center next to a grocery store that has a Starbucks in it, and across the street is another fucking Starbucks. Yeah, 3 Starbucks that I can see at the same time.
Oh, dude, yeah, no. It's like even worse. Not even worse, but I get that. Like, there's a Starbucks in Corpus. There's a Starbucks in the Target. There's a Starbucks in the Barnes and Nobles, which is like a block away. There's a Starbucks in that shopping center with Target, like right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Why is there so many Starbucks? I get Barnes and Nobles, but why Target?
Oh, Target's an easy one. They started opening them up in Target because they're like, hey, you want to people like to just go to Target and walk around. Let's make them pay just an extra like $8 to do that. It's fine.
And fair. I mean, I see people buy them, but it's not like to. I never like buying Starbucks and walking around with it because then I like feel like I'm ignoring it and it melts.
Yeah,
You buy it on the way out.
that's fair. That's fair, but still.
Starbucks is a drive and sip type of thing for me.
Yeah.
I haven't had Starbucks in like months. In months.
Man.
Our year almost, probably.
I had Starbucks yesterday. I had Starbucks yesterday, and then I had Starbucks 2 days before that.
You fucking would.
Yeah.
What's your Starbucks?
Venti white mocha.
Oh, you would.
Me and David Seitz also big fans of this Venti white mocha.
Look, I'm not gonna to shit on you because fucking mocha's so good.
Yeah, my dad, I swear to you, because the nearest Starbucks is 15 minutes away. What he would do is he would drive to Starbucks and he would order 2 Venti white mochas so that he could drink one as he drove back home, and then he has another one to drink at the house. And honestly, what a legend!
Smart. Yeah, I mean, look, that's smart. You're like, oh, well, I already drank it and it's already done when I get home. Oh, wait, I got another.
Oh, shit.
You're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so that was your first resolution.
My first one. The second resolution, and I think this is the only other resolution that I'm going to have, is like my job this year, I've done, I would argue, more than I think anybody in the company thought that I would do this year. And what I want to do, like I've talked about this on the podcast before. The past month and a half has been a nightmare of working way too much.
So you get to slow down.
My New Year's resolution for next year is to never let this, like what happened with this project, in which I worked anywhere between 10 to 16 hours a day every weekday, and then also on the weekends for 3 weeks straight. And then even after that was still working at night and still like doing way too much stuff. I'm never going to let that happen again.
That's good. That's a good route.
The thing is, like, my natural instinct with projects and in life actually is like, oh, this thing that I want to do or that needs to be done isn't going to be done unless I do it. And even if it kills me to do that, if I'm like if I'm melting under the weight of capitalism, or like I've got too much stuff to do, I have too many things to get on, even if that's the case, I just am like, well, I'm the only one that can do it, so I am going to do it. And I just do it and I die. I don't want to do that again. I like what I'm going to do is the next time that I catch myself doing something like this, I'm just going to tell my boss, I'm going to be like, hey, we missed the mark. I'm going to be working as hard. I'm going to be like working hard to fill these gaps. I'm going to distribute this to the team. But we're going to be late, and that you're just going to have to accept that.
You're saying it, but I feel like that's not going to happen.
It's hard. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not going to like go the extra mile on some of these projects that I do, but dog, 3 weeks of going the extra mile is way too fucking much.
Here's an easy. Let's just blame it on you went extra hard because you were like moving, so like it held you back, and so like you had to pick it up. That's a good easy thing to blame it on.
I mean, the thing is, you're kind of not wrong. What happened is I moved in October, and my job at the time was like, I would say pretty easy. Like, we finished up a project a little before that, and we were doing the research, and we were like starting work on this next project. And honestly, for most of the month of October, what I was doing is I was like looking into stuff and being like, that needs fixing. Oh, this should actually be better. Oh, I thought about this thing. Let's go and fix that up. So I was doing a bunch of unplanned work that like I think is paying off and was a good thing to do. But I was also doing stuff like, well, I work for a company that's based in Texas. It's 5:30 p.m. there. I'm going to go on a hike. Or I'm just going to stop at 4 p.m. and set up my office. I was doing stuff like that because I was like, dog, I know that it was 11 a.m. when I started work in Texas time, but like it's only 9 a.m. here, and that's like the earliest that I can get to work, dog. Like I've been working all day. I'm just gonna fucking chill a little bit. And then like November started happening, and I realized how far we were away from the milestones that we needed to hit and the deadlines that needed to come. And I was like, well, shit. You know what? I'll chip in. Like my all of my focus is on this. Great. That's where it should be. Awesome. Well, I have to talk to these people in Australia. Okay, I mean that's fine. I can do that tonight after my kid goes to bed. I'll talk with the people in Australia. It's okay. All right. Well, we didn't solve everything last night, so like I've got to do it again today, and tomorrow, and the next day,
And the next day, yeah.
Oh, and this needs to be done before Thanksgiving. Okay. Well, we'll make sure that it's done by Friday. Oh, it's not. The people in Australia need more time. Okay, we could launch it on Monday. That's fine. All right, let's start. Well, Australia actually starts working Sunday night our time. So I guess Sunday night I'll get online and I'll talk with them, and then we'll launch. Yeah, like we'll wake up Monday morning and there's more to do. I guess we'll launch. I guess we'll launch Tuesday. Oh, great. We launched on Tuesday. Oh, it's half broken. Okay. Well, that's fine. Well, next week when we come back from break, we'll I guess no, I can work next Sunday again with Australia. That's fine. And that just happened every day.
Every day.
For weeks.
Listen, if there's one thing we learned is we won't let it happen again this whole year. This coming year, it'll not happen again.
Yep.
This I swear.
Yeah, 2023, never happening again.
Nope. 2024, new year, new me, baby.
That's right.
We have one.
If in 2024 they're like, we really noticed that your work output went down, I'm just gonna say, yeah, sure did.
Down to my balls. Now
Next question.
Suck 'em. God. So yeah, that's our resolutions. I think they're attainable. I think we could do them, right?
Yeah. I think so. I think we can get it done.
I think mine will be a lot harder. For me especially, in my stupid brain, but I feel like this is my year. This is my year. Mark it down.
Yeah. All right. Put it down.
I'm putting it down right now. Oh, look, I'm gonna write it down.
All right, Fee. We have one more topic to talk about, which is we know some stuff about 2024, and coming off the heels of the Game Awards, we've got a list of games that are coming out in 2024. Let's talk about some of them and talk about maybe some of the award contenders that we think are going to be popping up.
All right. Do you have any award contenders, do you think?
I do. I think there's a few games that are probably... So, one game I'm almost positive is going to be up for Best RPG.
Yeah.
There's going to be a couple in this category. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I think that's going to be up there.
Yeah. Not going to win, but it'll be there.
I think I don't think it's going to win, and I don't think it's going to win only because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out next year.
Yeah, dude, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out early year, dog. This is RPG of the year. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I go as far since like I haven't looked at the whole of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go as far to say that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is game of the year
Okay. All right.
for now.
You may be right.
That is for now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let the year go by, but for now, that's game of the year in my opinion. And I'm putting that above fucking. I have every intention to play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake. To me, that's my game of the year, like personally.
Yeah.
But I know it won't be game of the year or even RPG of the year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's hard.
Favorite.
It's hard because for me, I think the thing that Thousand Year Door is going to suffer from is that it's going to, like, it looks like an absolutely gorgeous remake, but I think it's not going to win for the same reasons that like Super Mario RPG wouldn't win. Like, it's the same game with some quality of life updates that just looks way better. And it's like, what do you fucking do with that? Like, it's great. Like, if they had a category for best remake or like best remaster, sure.
Yeah, that would win. It's just that they basically made that game for people who are fans of the game already.
Yes.
Just like they did Super Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm.
And for new people to get into it now who didn't have the chance then.
Mm-hmm.
But that still wouldn't even make for it to be game of the year. It would just be like a beloved title that would sell well.
Mm-hmm.
And it would probably make them... I don't think they're going to remake Paper Mario in the same vein of Thousand Year Door. But it would just kind of have them, like, Nintendo looking and be like, well, they really liked, these two games, and they got a lot of love. Maybe we could do another one. Just kind of like what they did with Super Mario RPG. They had to get Square to let them post some of the stuff because Square owned some of the characters in that game. So, like, maybe it's going to get love enough to get them to make another traditional Paper Mario.
Yeah.
That's at least what I'm hoping for, right?
Yeah.
And that's totally, I don't know, that could be in the wheelhouse. Nintendo's kind of a reactionary company.
They are, and they also, like, they came out with Origami King. Origami King did not do very well. And
then again, the combat was as like intuitive as they wanted to like say it was. It just wasn't. The enemies weren't there. The bosses, like, it sounds creative on paper, but people like who played Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door, they wanted like an original story with the original Paper Mario combat.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They don't want like this weird combat system or these weird rules with no like partner characters to be like original partner characters or original enemies or boss enemies. They don't want that.
Yeah.
Like they want like something that feels the same but like looks better and like a good story with like familiar faces and like
and like
world.
Even not the same mechanics but similar enough mechanics. I feel like what's one of the problems that Paper Mario has is like every time, like, they did Thousand Year Door and I think they're like, we knocked it out of the park, this was incredible, like we did our best, cool, nice. Super Paper Mario, throw all that out the window. We got to do something new. Oh, that didn't work. Shit.
Kind of go back, but like change it.
Yeah, go back, but like make it a little bit different. It's like, no. You've got to either pick a new thing that works, that people like, or you go back to the old way and just have it be a little bit better. Don't be like, oh yeah, no, this is the old way, but with this like crazy new mechanic that doesn't make any sense, and like you'll get used to it after a while. If you have to say you'll get used to it after a while, fucking just maybe don't.
Yeah, don't. Because Paper Mario 2000 Year Door, the combat was like the same, except they made it like way more, not like streamlined, but they just made it feel better, right? I guess that's all I could say. They made it feel better.
Yeah.
And they made the combat like different, Paper Mario was just, there on the battlefield, Thousand Year Door, it was on a stage. The crowd would like show up and make like stuff happen.
Yeah.
On the stage, you had like infinites you could pull off. You had the badge system.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. I fucking love it.
Yeah. I mean,
But
it wouldn't even be. I don't know. I don't think it would even be that hard. It just make another one, and like make it a good one. And I don't know what that means, but like, come on,
yeah,
dude.
make another one where like you can get your original part. Like you can get partner characters that are basically the enemies from like the game, but like original. Like they don't look like they're like in Paper Mario Thousand Year Doors. All the partners you had were just like enemy characters that look different. So just
Mhm.
get that.
Yeah.
Like do that again, but with like new
Do
characters
what you
and
want.
have them do fun stuff. So like that's all I want,
Yeah.
and to explore like a cool area.
Yeah. Come on.
Because the Thousand Year Door wasn't even in Mushroom Kingdom; it was in Rogueport, and then the Moon.
God.
It was so good. Here's another contender I think will be for Game of the Year.
Okay.
Dragon's Dogma 2, baby.
Actually, yes. I think I keep comparing Dragon's Dogma 2 to Baldur's Gate, which is probably unfair to Dragon's Dogma. I don't think it's going to be quite Baldur's Gate 3 levels, but if there's not another like, and I don't think there will be, if there's not another Baldur's Gate 3 type game that comes out next year, I think it's a pretty good contender for top RPG. And it may even be a contender for Game of the Year, depending on how good they do the system. Because, like, the people that like Dragon's Dogma love Dragon's Dogma. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I think the closest thing we can compare Dragon's Dogma to is Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
In the way that the combat is, like, larger than life, right? You got these big enemies or these big crowds,
Yeah.
and you have like this action RPG combat that you're into, and you gotta fight.
Mm-hmm.
And the story's pretty good. So, and I've seen some of the gameplay; it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like climbing on shit and fucking attacking points, and then fighting little mobs and shit, and then leveling up your character. So good, so good.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a good time. It looks like the first one, but better. So I think, like, honestly, pretty reasonable. So yeah, I Dragon's Dogma 2, I think you're right. I think it's a good contender.
Yeah. Oh, also the new Alone in the Dark with fucking Hopper from Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know what to think about it yet. So
Yeah, I haven't seen much besides just like some general like gameplay trailer.
Mhm.
It almost looks like The Evil Within,
yeah.
which isn't bad because that game's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So like if Alone in the Dark kind of goes that direction, I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a lot of like things I'm really interested in on this list.
Now what about Princess Peach?
I don't think it's contender for anything.
Damn.
I think it'll be fun to play, but I don't think it'll be like best RPG, best gameplay, best whatever. I think it'll just be fun
Mm-hmm.
on its own. I don't think it'll get any accolades though.
Okay, that's fair. And I think you're probably right. Although I'm looking at the list, it may get best family, maybe best family game.
Ooh,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't think it's like Game of the Year, best art direction, best performance, or any of that. So
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll get music. Maybe Nintendo's got good music, but like,
yeah, but not for a Peach game. Like
not for a
Peach
unless they
deserves
blow it out of
the
water.
world. Peach is not going to get the world in this one.
I say it'll be fun. It
Mhm.
just it's not gonna be best of anything material.
Yeah, I agree.
If we go down like later, Warhammer 40K Space Marine, I am stoked for that game.
Yeah.
I feel like that game could probably get like maybe a best something, maybe like best gameplay or something.
Yeah.
Because I've seen gameplay of it. Like Warhammer has their own like I don't know what system they're running on, like Unity or whatever. I think they have their own,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks fucking good. Like honestly, it looks way good.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one that I think maybe actually be a surprise hit.
Okay.
Avowed.
I was
So
actually thinking about Avowed while I was looking over this list. I think you're right. I think Avowed is actually I think it's something that a lot of people don't like. They probably don't know the name of. They've probably like seen the trailer and they've been like, oh, okay, this is yeah. I may check that out. But like, I think Avowed is not one to be slept on.
Yeah, Avowed is basically a better version of Skyrim, and it's gonna come out to like Xbox and PC. It's like an Xbox thing, and they've been doing this for like years. They've been working on this one.
Yeah.
Unless it's gonna get a fucking wet fart release, like fucking what's that stupid space game that they put
the
out
Outer
this
Worlds.
year? No. The one that Xbox put out.
Oh, Starfield.
Starfield. If unless it got a fucking wet fart ass Starfield, then man, I'll be disappointed. But like from stuff I've heard and seen about Avowed, it's like don't sleep on this. This is gonna be like up there.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a little different than this, but it is basically Obsidian, the company that did Fallout New Vegas. It's them doing Skyrim, but better.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Outer Wilds, where they did fucking Fallout, but better.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Dude, like I said, don't sleep on it. That one's gonna be there. Let's see. I am going through some of this just as real quick. There's gonna be a new Contra game. I saw the gameplay for that. That looked fun.
Tekken 8's gonna be probably fighting game of the year.
Yeah, dude, no joke. Tekken 8 fighting game of the year. Everything I've seen of it, fighting game of the year. Calling it now. Angerfoot might be indie game of the year.
Oh, dog. For indie game of the year, Angerfoot. Oh god, I fucking love Angerfoot so much.
Ever since you told me about it, I've been seeing the trailers. I'm like, dude.
There's also like, as far as cute games go, Little Kitty Big City is actually also pretty good.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's got like a cute little thing.
Little Kitty Big City. Let me take a look at this.
It's a you play as a cat, kind of cute.
In a big city.
That's right. That's the whole thing.
I have seen some things of it. I'm like, I could see that, but I don't know enough about it to, you know.
If there's a category for cute games, it's in there.
That's it. Flintlock looks fun. Flintlock's like a steampunk survival game. Along with Ark. Ark 2 is also coming out, and I never liked Ark, so
so fuck that.
Fuck that. But Flintlock looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, I was actually in that same vein. I was gonna talk about Toxic Crusaders.
Oh yeah.
So I think Toxic Crusaders very very similar. A beat 'em up that like is you know,
game from the 80s.
Yep, coming back using an old property, and I bet people do beat that shit up. So
hell yeah, I'm actually excited for both of those games. And I'm not usually one to play fucking what's it called like Killer Clowns. It's gonna be like that one game where you're like the bad guy and you're chasing like the civilians.
Oh yeah.
What that type of game is called, but I love Killer Clowns. Killer Clowns is an IP for me that will like make me want to play that.
All right, that's fair.
Lollipop Chainsaw remake's coming out, and I'm fucking stoked for that.
Yeah.
Love that game. Let's see. Luigi's Mansion HD Part 2 is coming out. I didn't even like that. I'm not a fan of Luigi's Mansion series other than Part 1. And I just like watching people play it. I don't like playing it myself, even though I own it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Like Luigi's Mansion 2, I think people are gonna like it. I don't know that anybody is gonna think it's a game of the year.
I like watching people play it more than I like playing it myself.
Yeah, there's actually one other game on this list that I want to pop up to the top, and that is Read Only Memories Neurodiver, Read Only Memories is was a game that I really liked. And it's like a narrative indie game, kind of like Coffee Talk. So like I'm gonna put that up there for best indie game. I don't think it's gonna win. I don't think Angerfoot's gonna win either. I think like the best indie game of the year we probably don't even know yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But there's probably
they're both
stuff
good.
on here that there's probably stuff on here that that aren't in development but just aren't on this list that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like next year is gonna be a good year. I'll just say, for like stuff that's gonna come out, we're gonna get like bigs, and like hopefully like no fucking Lord of the Rings golems.
We're for sure gonna get some golems. There's like
I know.
There's
but like,
not a doubt in my brain.
Here's like my prediction for like one of the golems we're gonna get, and it's gonna be fucking Arc 2.
I think Arc 2 is probably just gonna be kind of like bleh. Just kind of like a
Dude, Arc 1 was kind of just like everywhere, and it was like a mess. And like Arc 2, did you see the trailer? Vin Diesel was in it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So like I'm just gonna call it right now. It's gonna have just the worst launch.
I wonder if there's gonna be any I Am Groot jokes in it.
God, no. I hate Vin Diesel so much. Damn. I hate him. As a person, I hate him as a person. As an actor, he's meh.
I'm gonna tell Vinny D you said that.
Don't you fucking dare. I know you talked to him. Don't tell him.
Hey, listen. If you say enough bad things about him, rumor has it he will show up at your house.
Oh, dude, wouldn't that be the dream? I'd love Vin Diesel to show up to my house.
Show up at your house and beat the shit out of you?
No, and I open the door and I'm just like in my shorts and no shirt on. He's like, "You Felix?" I'm like, "Vin Diesel?" And he fucking just lunges at me. Dude, how epic a story would that be if just like that happened on a podcast? I'm like, who showed up in my house and fought me to the death? Vin Diesel.
Yeah, the fact that I'm still here means that he died.
Yeah, it means he lost. I think that's the end of the show.
I mean, listen, there's one other thing that I had on this list. Where was it?
Yeah,
Hold on. It wasn't Vin Diesel. I thought about Vin Diesel kind of a lot while we were talking about it, but
I
no.
always think about Vin Diesel.
Every once in a while I do think, what would Vinny do? Oh, yes. Mobile game of the year. Probably not going to be this, but I am going to go ahead and call out Kingdom Hearts Missing Link as being on the list. I think it's going to be on the list of mobile games that come out, like based off the trailers that we've seen. It seems like it's a 3D, maybe map-based RPG, action RPG kind of game. So we'll see, but it's supposed to come out this year, so I think it may be on the list.
Listen, I know some of the mobile games that are coming out. It's going to be that One Punch Man World and Call of Duty Warzone mobile. And, I think Kingdom Hearts has a good foothold for that race.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm confident enough right now to say Kingdom Hearts has it for mobile game of the year.
I think you're wrong. And here's the thing. I'm willing to make that bet right now because by the time the Game Awards show up next year, we will not remember we made these predictions today. So that's good.
All right. I mean, that's fair. I like I said, I'm not confident enough to say it with my chest out, but I will. I'll change my tune as the year goes by.
Yeah, fair enough.
As the year goes by, the prophet in me will start like coming out.
Oh, it'll start rising. Yeah, you're really good. You're so good at predicting the future like a week away. So
yeah, so like it's too far. The prophet in me sleeping. Like he won so much this year. He's going into hibernation.
Okay, so the next one that comes when you lose, you'll be like, yeah, well. I'm in hibernation. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Listen, my prophetic powers right now are in hibernation, so of course I didn't win all of them. Listen, next Nintendo Direct, I I'm just saying. Next Nintendo Direct, we'll see how I fare.
Next Nintendo Direct, I think we have... Okay, I'm going to also call this right now. I think we have one Nintendo Direct coming up in January. And I one of these two situations is going to happen. Either we're going to have kind of a small Direct in January, and then we're going to have a really big Direct, like Switch 2 levels, with like Metroid Prime 4. I think that's what we're going to get in February, or they're going to do that at the end of January. I think we're not far away from getting a new Switch.
No, definitely not. I think January for sure. January is gonna be like, here's a trailer, here's more gameplay and trailer for Thousand Year Door.
Mm-hmm.
Here's more trailer for Princess Peach, and probably just some like third parties. And I don't think we'll get surprised in January. It's too early to get like a surprise.
I'm thinking, like, I'm telling you, it's gotta be like, it's either gonna be a small Direct in January and a big one in February, or they're gonna wait till the end of January and then be like, all right, great, you've already done all your returns, everybody's given each other Switch, great, we've done all the numbers, everything is looking good, great. Now, you will need to start saving up $450 for the Switch 2. And
okay,
it's going to be launching with a new Mario and
Hey.
Metroid Prime 4.
No, not a new Mario. It's going to be launching with like a Mario Wonder Plus. It's going to be an up-res Mario Wonder for Switch 2.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, they're not going to do another 3D Mario yet. They're going to make us wait a few years for that.
It's going to be Mario Wonder like Plus. It's going to be an up-res Mario Wonder to Switch 2 specs, and it's going to have like an extra whole bonus area for Switch 2 only.
Oh yeah,
as well as 2 new characters possibly.
Yeah,
because whenever they put out like something for a new console that was on an old console, they give it new modes, new characters, and a new area. So. I also say I've heard on the grapevine that we might be getting some Smash news soon.
Oh, God, of course. Yeah, no, you're probably right about that. They're probably going to be like, hey, new console, new Smash. We all know that that's what happens, right? And then fucking Sakurai. They're gonna trot Sakurai out, and he's going to be like, yeah. We're working on a new Smash. You could tell because I'm barely alive.
No, dude, no. Listen, they're gonna show off the console, and they're gonna be like, now let's take a peek at what's to come, and it's just gonna be like Mario. It's gonna look like a new 3D Mario game. It's gonna be Mario jumping, and then like he's in this like area, and then someone's gonna fucking attack him, and you're gonna hear the Smash music.
Yeah.
And then everyone's gonna lose their shit.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. It's gonna be fucking Mario, Pikachu, Zelda, and Samus, and everyone's gonna lose their fucking shit.
Yeah, dude.
Here, I also want to say this before we sign off. I would love for us to do. It might be harder for you, but at least do like a maybe a live reaction, a live watch of like a Nintendo Direct or like a video game Direct,
dude,
a few times.
Whenever we get a new Nintendo Direct that we're pretty sure is going to be a big one, as long as we're both off, like, or we've got time to do it, I'm so down to do that.
I truly want to do that. I always thought doing that would be fun. So I feel like doing a couple of live reacts to stuff like that would be fun for the new year.
Yeah,
new year, new podcast. You know. So, but all right, man. I think that's all for today.
Yeah. Listen, here's I'm gonna tell you some shit. You better be ready.
I'm ready.
If you want to listen to this podcast being recorded live, again, I told you, we're recording this a couple days before Christmas. And you could be instead of listening to this in the new year, you could be listening to this right now at twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod. That's where we record. We go live anytime between 0 and 2 times a week. And if you follow us on Twitch, you can get push notification that tells you whenever we go live. But if you can't watch it live, what you can do is catch the VOD of it on our YouTube channel. It comes out the same day the podcast does, which is Wednesdays, but it'll come out around 2 p.m. Central. So you can catch the like visual replay there. If you're just an audio person, that'll be out actually earlier in the day. It'll be out right there in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes, at like 5 a.m. Or 7 a.m. I think, because it's 5 a.m. Pacific time now. So it'll be out early in the morning, so you can listen to it while you drive to work. And hey, if you're like, podcasts are just so fucking long, and you spent 40 minutes, you spent 10 minutes at the beginning talking about Costco straight. 10 minutes straight talking about Costco. I can't fucking deal with that. I get it. You're wrong. I do get it, though.
Yeah.
But you can go watch our TikToks and our YouTube shorts. Go check us out on TikTok or on YouTube, youtube.com/@GoGettasPodcast. So
do it.
Go get at us.
Fucking good.
And you know what? We haven't asked this in a while. If you listen to us on an audio podcast medium, give us a rating. Give us like a 5-star or whatever rating you think we deserve. However, I will say, if you're not going to rate us a 5-star, maybe don't rate us.
Yeah, don't do that. It's 5-star nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we know what we're worth.
Yeah.
5 stars, baby. Spotify, Apple, iTunes.
Yeah.
Come on, give us that shit. We deserve it, huh? And why wouldn't we?
Yeah. Come on. Why wouldn't I?
And as always, here's what I want you to do. For the last time in this, or I guess first time, since this is going to be in the new year.
Yeah.
New year, new you. I want you to I want you to gather all your friends and your family. I want you to put on makeshift armor. You can use like cardboard or like football, just anything you find around the house.
I don't like where this is going.
Put on your armor, pick up arms, and go to your nearest Costco.
Oh God.
I want you to charge them. Charge through the front door.
Do it.
And lay siege upon their food court. And I want you to rob them of all their hot dogs and hold all their bao buns hostage. And I want you to tell them that the Go-Getter sent you. And if Costco doesn't meet our demands, I want you to find out where the head of Costco is and go get him.
Go get 'em. List of demands. 1, sponsor us. 2, that's it.
2, lifetime supply of hot dogs and bao buns.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. For sure, both of those. Because, like, I don't remember how much these bao buns cost. They're not much, but every little bit helps. You know what I mean?
Listen, if you could just walk into Costco and be like, I'll take my bao, thank you.
I'll take these.
And if I got like a box in the mail like every week of just a box of hot dogs, that would be great.
Listen, okay, I'm looking at this. There's in the Costco subreddit, the bao buns, they're only $8.69 for a dozen of them. Pretty good. That's 4 lunches. 12 of them. 12 of them.
12. Look, you won't miss that with one guy with a lifetime supply. Jeez.
Yeah, it won't even be hard. And you know what? We'll even put your logo on my shirt. No, not my shirt.
No.
I would never disrespect Tunic like that. We'll put it in the background.
Well, we'll wear one of those samurai flags that go on our backs.
Yeah. I'll get your logo tattooed on me. I'll do it. Don't.
Will you?
Yeah. If they're I mean, if they meet all my demands. All my demands.
I'll get that Costco C right on my shoulder.
Oh God.
Right over my heart.
Right there where it belongs, baby.
Sorry, you could be the Costco tattoo boy. I'll be the water boy. I'll get the Whataburger logo tattooed on me and get my lifetime supply of burgers.
Honestly, listen, we don't have there's not much coming into 2024, the number of things that we have to live for is dwindling by the day. Whataburger ain't going anywhere though. So honestly, pretty good choice.
Listen, it's the thing nearest me and the thing nearest to my heart.
Yep, and I want to keep it that way.
Whataburger for life, baby. Fight me on this.
Whataburger for life. Whataburger in death.
I fucking cross my arms, and it just like one says Whata and the other says burger.
Hell yeah,
Whataburger.
Fuck yeah.
I put my knuckles out. Just got the logos on my fist.
It's 2 lines of knuck tats. Whataburger for life.
For life.
Honey butter chicken biscuit.
Here comes my Bob uppercut.
So you got the like knuckle dusters that just say Bob on them, and they're like, "Is that your name?" You're like, "You don't know shit, do you?"
Fucking one fucking chingazo, and then you get the A1 thick and hearty clothesline from hell. God,
Bye.
Fucking bye.